slide up to 10 and 12 on the same two strings. And then you do hammer-ons from 10 to 12 on the 4th string and then 3rd string. So it sounds like this all together. And then for the last part, right before Matt Tuck says, "Let's go," it ends like this. And then that's when it changes over to distortion. Alright, let's change over to distortion. Right here, going down to the 3rd fret, you're strumming everything 4 times. So it goes 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you put your pinky and ring finger on the 5th fret and 6th fret of the 3rd and 2nd string. Strum that 4 times. Then bring your pinky in to the 5th fret with your ring finger on the same string it was always on. Do that 4 times, and then go back up and do that 4 times. So it sounds like this. Then that's when you go up with your pointer finger to the 5th fret 4 times. And then most people mess it up and do something like, you don't want to do that. It's just something you do when you're playing by yourself, but when you got rhythm playing behind you, like I've panned the song to all the way to 1 speaker, and it actually does this, which is 7 7 7 7 5 5 5 5 4 4 4 4. So everything is 4. So it's 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, like this. Then after that you play the same riff again, but instead of, you go, which is instead 7, 9, and then down to 4. Still 4 notes each time. So all together it's. Now back to the clean delay. Right after the first little chorus intro, you hit the 7 on the 4th string, and you palm mute it and slowly bend it with a steady alternate pick, and then slowly lift your hand off the palm mute. So it sounds something like this. And it tricks a lot of people because the tabs can't really explain it, but it's just with the same delay as the intro. And then back, you play the intro over again. After you play the intro, you do what's called natural harmonics, where you bring your finger over the fret and you pick the note. You're not pushing down on the string, you're just touching the string very lightly with distortion and just going. And then you do that on the actual fret in between the 5th and 6th. You do that right directly over the fret on the 2nd and 3rd string. So it goes. Kind of sounds like you're ringing a doorbell, I guess you could say. But then it's like. Then it goes. And then it kicks in with. Which is just palm muting. Just put your palm on the strings and just go on the 7th fret right here. Then you go down to the 3rd fret and go. Go up to the 5th fret. Then the second time you do it, you go. And just like take off the palm mute, and then just go down to the 3rd fret. Then go up to 7th, and then down to the 5th. So all together it sounds like this. after that, the lead guitar does this little bitty, I guess you could say, call it a runaround. It's not really too fast, but start on 4th string, 9th fret, and then you hit the 10 right in front of it, then the 12 on the 3rd string. So it goes, which is, you slide, always slide in that first note. It'll sound too bland if you don't slide. It'll just go. You want it to go. It doesn't really matter where you slide from, just kind of slide into it. So it's 9, 10, 12, 10, 9, 10. And then in the video I hit 12. You can hit 7. It doesn't matter, it all sounds the same. After you play it the first time with the 9, 10, 12, 10, 9, 10, 7, instead of that 7, you slide up to the 12. So it goes. And play back the 7 one again. And you go on the 5th string, and you palm mute 3rd fret, then the 5th fret, then you slide down from 10. So it goes. And up the tempo. Then you go back to the chorus. After the chorus repeats itself again, it gets to a part where, right where he says, the guilty to come home. Right when he says home, you go on the 7th fret, just hold it on the top string, and you're just palm muting, like a tremolo palm mute, but you're stopping in the middle of it, like you're going digga 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 digga. So it sounds like this. And then the rhythm guitar kicks in with you, you play it together, and then it does this. That right there is 10, 7, 10, 13, 12, 10, 7. So it's... And that's something you... It might seem a little tricky at first, but it'd be really good to... get good at it, because you play, I guess, kind of often, and it's kind of fast, I guess. Alright, so the next part is that little riff, the 10, 7, 10 riff. Then you palm mute in 7, so it goes. That's what it does. It goes din dun 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 dun. Holding on the 7th fret on the top string. And then after you do that, you go. So it's 10, 9, 7, 9. Then you pause it. You mute to stop the string. And go. And do it again, and then hit 10, and then 7. And give that 7 nice little whammy. Yeah, just whammy all the 7s nice and good. Like, not like, you just want to give it a little, like, character. And then back to the 7s again. And you're going to do like the same sounding lick, but it's going to be down here on the fretboard. So it's going to be that right there. And then you go down here. Which is 3, 5, 3, 2, 3, 5. 5, 3, 2, 3, 3, 5, 3. And gave you a good close look. So the riff all together is. Then you do a little called tremolo. It ain't really no pattern, just then back to the 10-7-10 riff. And then instead of hitting the, you gotta start palming right there. And after you play it a couple times with the song, it ends off like this. And then instead of hitting that 7, it goes all the way down the fretboard to the 3rd fret. That's the beat. It goes dun, 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 dun. 7th fret, same beat. Then you go over, and then it's like a little harmony riff. It goes 4th string, 7, 7, 5, 7 on the 5th. So it goes. Then you play that twice. Then it changes to 3, same beat, it goes dun, 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 dun. Then it goes down to 2, dun, 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 dun. Back up to 3 again. Goes up to 5, then back down to 3, up to 6, then to 7th fret. Now if you just hit that 1 fret, the rhythm guitar will be in the background going, and then that's when you kick in. If you're playing the lead where you just go, the rhythm is going, you're gonna wait for it. Right before Matt says, "Let's go," you go 3 7s, just let's go, and then on to the solo. Alright, I actually learned this solo from another YouTube guy that you probably just type in Tears Don't Fall solo and probably find the exact same solo. So you'll be learning the exact same thing that he teaches. Alright, you start off in this little section right here. I know this ain't the way that Bullet does it, but hey, it sounds right. Bullet's something like some shit like that. But the one I learned, I'm just going to teach you that, just like I played in the video, in case you really wanted to learn like the video. Alright, so it's 15, 17, 20. Stay in this little area for a little bit. You're going to pick 20, and then pull off to 17. And then you're going to pick the 15. So it's going to... And then you pull off 17 to 15. So it goes... And you're hitting a 15 on the 2nd string after that. So it goes... You want to make sure you lift your pointer finger off this 15 and hit this 17. Because if you hit them together, they'll ring together and it'll just sound like complete shit. Like it'll... You don't want that. You want it to go... See, that's what it sounds like if you don't lift your finger up. You want it to go... Play it 3 times. Then the last time goes... Then you hit the 20 on the 2nd string and bend it up. So it goes like this. Play that twice. And then on the 2nd time, it comes around and you pull off from 20 to 17 on the 2nd string. Hit a 19 on the 3rd fret, and then hit it again and bend it. So all together, it should go. The next part is kind of the same riff, goes, and then pull off 2017. Hit that 15, pull off from 17 to 50. Hit 13. Pull off from 15 to 13. Hit a 10 and pull off from 20 to 10. So good. And then you hit an 8-10 at the end. So all together, it should sound like this. Instead of hitting an 8-10, I want you to hit 12-10. 12 on the 3rd string. That's just the way I do it. And after that, you slide slide into a 10 on the 2nd string, and on the 1st string, pull off from 12 to 8. So good. Then slide to 13, pull off on the 1st string, 15 to 12. I mean, I know that sounds like shit, but when you play with the song, it sounds really good. Then the next part is 2 notes that sound horrible together that sound really good with rhythm. Those notes. It's 8 and 9. 8 on the 2nd string, 9 on the 3rd string. It'd be good to slide into it. Don't matter from where, just. And then after you hit them, slide down one fret with both fingers. So good. I know that sounds like complete shit, but trust me, that's what I played in the video. So if you like what it sounds like in the video, then learn that. And then after that, it goes over to a tremolo part right here on the 7th string. Just tremolo it nice and fast with this hand, and just slowly bend it. And the next part goes. Which is 7th fret, 3rd string, bending up. Then doing 5, 7, 5. 5 on the 3rd, 7 on the 4th, 5 on the 3rd again. It goes. But it's like nice and fast. Just keep continuing that pattern, but don't do it. Just. And then once that part's over, you do a little hammer-on run around. So on the 2nd string, 5 and 6. It's a hammer-on pull-off kind of thing, a trill kind of, but you don't really keep doing it. Just 5, 6, 7, and 5, 6, 5. 7, 9, 7. 5, 7, 5. And you hit a 7 on the 4th string. So it goes. So it goes. And while you're holding that note, the rhythm guitar's going. Which you end with an 8 instead of a normal 7. Instead of going, it ends with an 8. So it goes. But if you're playing the solo and you do the little, you do a pick slide. We take your pick, put it sideways, and give it a nice little. Let me zoom out here for you so you can see what I'm doing. Do a little pick slide, put your pick on the strings. Make sure if you have your tone switch up Put it back down so you can play instead of, you know. So make sure it's nice and down. Put your pick on the strings. Most people like to slide all the way down the neck, and it wastes a lot of time and energy. Then you have to move your hand really fast right back to there sometimes. Best thing to do is just cover the strings with your fingers. Don't push it on the fret. Just cover the strings and just slowly go down by the pickups. Sound like garbage unless you have a song playing in the background, but that's pretty much all a pick slide is just noise. But once the pick slide's over, you kind of listen to the rhythm guitar, and right when they hit that 8 in the, what I did was I just pick slid, and it just was just like, and then Matt, you're sitting there, you listen, and you hear Matt say, "Would she hear?" And then that's when you kick in and play this part again. So it's like, "Would she hear?" It's like playing that whole section over, but you don't play like the first part of it. Instead of, you don't play everything before the, including the natural harmonics. At the end of the song, I'm playing the normal chorus, what I taught you in the beginning of the video, and then you venture off to this little lick that it's still played behind the rhythm chorus. And the rhythm of the chorus kind of sounds like the intro a little bit, just not as technical at all. It's just a bunch of strumming power chords. And it sounds like this. I'll teach it to you real quick. It just goes. And that's what's played behind the normal chorus part. But that eventually keeps playing while you play this little lick. Which is 7, 9, 7. Well, it's 7, 9, and then you bend this 8 on the 2nd fret. It's 7, 9 on the 3rd. Bend this 8 to go. Give it a nizzle. You don't want to go or anything stupid. You gotta make it go. It goes. Hit the 9 again. Then 7, 9. Put your middle finger on the 8 above it and slide into the 10th fret on the 4th string. So it sounds like this. Not too completely difficult at all. Just make sure you slide in that first note. The next part is kind of like the part where Matt's screaming, "There's always something different going wrong." It's in that area with the 9, 10, and 12. All 9, 10, and 12. But you want to make sure you slide into the first note and slide into the very last note. Or hammer it on. You just got to give the note some character. You don't want it to be too bland. So it goes 9, 10, 12, 10, 9, 10, 12. It's just going dun 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 dun. Like. Make sure you hammer on that 12 for the very first 12. It's slide in the 9, hit the 10, and then do a nice hammer on from 10 to 12. So give that 12 a nice little whammy. Like I was saying before, don't whammy the shit out, just go. And you're playing that behind the rhythm. While this is playing this, you're playing the all that, and then eventually the rhythm guitar kicks in with a harmony, which I have not actually learned like ever. And the end of the song it ends in playing the main riff, but instead of going, it goes. You stop there, and then you slide in every note. It goes 9, 10, 12 on the 4th string. When you meet at 12, just sit there and hold it. Once you hear the cymbals kicking, that's when you slide in. Then you go to the 7th fret and play the riff right before the chorus goes. So it goes. And that is the whole complete tutorial to when I play and Tears Don't Fall in my videos. So I hope you can learn it. Good luck, dude.